Καλώς ήρθατε στο Hogwarts Legacy. Λοιπόν, έχω βρει όλα τα house tokens. Έχω βρει 9 demi-guys, οπότε θα πάω για το λόγο μου σε λίγο. Πρώτα πάμε για τα house tokens.
This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely.
Πρέπει να τα βάλω ένα-ένα.
That's it. I'm making good progress with those tokens. Another house token for the house chest. This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely. Here we go, the last house token. Time to see what's inside.
Δεν άνοιξε.
Well, look at that.
Εντάξει.
Thanks goes to the former headmistress, Eupraxia Mole.
Μέσα ήταν αυτό. Το πήρε, ωραίο είναι. Θα φορέσω αυτό, μου αρέσει. Speak with Neely. Όχι, θα βάλουμε αυτό. Return demi-guys moons to Bloodwing Moon. Τι ήταν αυτό? Δεν ξέρω.
Yes, I told you. You're very clever. Clever? How offensive. Next. Fine, a genius. Happy
Possibly.
now?
But I'll allow your limp vocabulary. This disillusionment charm is superb. I'm stealthy as a demiguise. I'm Ow!
What in Merlin?
Mind where you're going.
What a stupid thing to do.
It's not stupid.
It's
How
the
dare-
most stupid thing anyone has ever done.
And if you'd look where you're going instead of barging about. What are you doing? No,
I'm just trying to... Invisibless. No, that's not
Stop it! You'll make it. Success!
You're right. It's superb.
You blithering moon mind, that's my essay for sure!
Abandoned potions of the Middle Ages as compared to the Black Plague.
No, the one on invisibility.
Oh, well, you'll do well on that one then.
Blasted charm.
Δεν το βρίσκει.
Duncan owes his reputation to you.
Ντάρκα, ποιος είναι αυτός?
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, my mind feels lighter already knowing those statues are gone. I did promise to show you how to improve casting Alohomora once you'd brought me enough moons. With that knowledge, you'll be able to break open even stronger locks. However, we don't yet know who's behind these statues. Still plenty of the foul things lying in wait to torture me. Oh. If you bring me more moons, I'll show you how to cast the most powerful form of Alohomora known to wizard kind. At least known to me. Keep looking for those moons, You'll save my sanity and we may get to the bottom of whoever's behind all of this.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings. Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, yes.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
I commend you for your courage and valour, especially since they can only be collected at night.
Αλλά 11 μου έμειναν. Και έχω το Λοχομόρο επίπεδο 2 τώρα. Είναι εδώ. Πού ακούγεται αυτά? Έχετε ρε.
Revelio.
Speak with Ned.
Take a moment to allow our music to soothe your...
Repulso. Revelio. Lumos.
Είναι απ' έξω.
Revelio. Lumos.
Και από μέσα. Δεν ήμουν εδώ, πού ήμουν? Εδώ.
Accio. Revelio.
Σαντούκι.
Alohomora. Revelio.
Εκείνο το μπάνιο που έχει το Slytherin, το φίδι, που είναι? Δεν ξέρω που είναι.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Ένα Demiguise, το οποίο μπορώ να το πάρω μόνο νύχτα.
Mine now, Demiguise. Revelio.
Oh, my exams. Not a one of them deserves more than a take.
Ποια είσαι εσύ?
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. It's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
Hello, Nellie. Actually, I found all of the keys and opened my house chest.
Oh, wonderful. What did you find?
I found a rather interesting costume.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for solving that mystery for me. I always wondered what those keys would lead to.
Εδώ ήταν. Αυτή είναι η αποστολή που δοκίμασα να κάνω την τελευταία φορά και κόλλησε.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio. Accio. Incendio.
Use a mandrake against an enemy.
Accio. Incendio.
Summon. Δεν δουλεύει.
Accio. Incendio.
Τρία είναι αυτό. Πολλά θέλει.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Arona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Γιατί το έχει εδώ πέρα. Πρέπει να έχω ξαναέρθει εδώ. Α, ήταν εδώ που ήταν το Goblin, το Troll.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Flipendo! Confringo! Glacius! Defender! Expelliarmus! Protego! Convulso! Flipendo! Confringo! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Stupido! Stupido!
Oh. Please. Όπα. Α, ναι, κάτσε να χρησιμοποιήσω κανένα τέτοιο. Και δύο από αυτά εδώ. Έλα ρε.
Incendio. Confringo. Glacius. Defender. Protego. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Glacius. Defender.
Πώς βρίσκεται τόσο κοντά μου?
Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Glacius. Defender. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio.
Έλα. Όχι, γιατί πήγα κοντά.
Incendio. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Incendio. Glacius. Defender. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. One less foul hulking brute. Revelio.
Λούμος. Γιατί ήρθα από εδώ, αφού έχω ξανάρθει εγώ μέσα αυτή τη σπηλιά. Correct, sir. Να καλά. Δεν ξέρω εγώ ότι έχει κι άλλα γράμματα και κουτιά εκεί πέρα. Και τι είναι σκορπισμένα εκεί μέσα.
Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Revelio.
Αλλά μπορεί να είναι και εδώ στην αρχή.
Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. That's all the whole clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Revelio.
Κοίταρε που είναι. Δεν τα είδα καθόλου
This
πριν.
must be Sorona's box of letters. I should take this box of letters to Sorona. I think that's everything. Sorona will be glad to have.
Κι εγώ απλά βγήκα.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Hello, Sorona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories. Alfred Lawley's none too pleased.
Revelio.
It's being burgled. I shall pretend I never heard the rumors of your involvement. I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Aloha Mora. Mine now, demi-guys. Revelio.
Nej, det vil guys eller med, så er det. Επίπεδο 3.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Ρε χαζό σε ντούκι.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Επτάμενη σελίδα εκεί πίσω.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Στο Hogsmeade υπάρχουν 9 demigods και εγώ έχω βρει τα 2. Τέλος πάντων, δεν θα ψάξω τώρα. Πάμε για άλλη αποστολή. Αυτή. Α, κι άλλη εδώ. Όχι, είναι αυτή που έβαλα τώρα.
I wish they'd let Ronan teach the internet.
Revelio.
Charms is the only class I can stay awake for.
I'm convinced that behind her rather stodgy
Γιατί ακούγεται αυτό?
has a rather marvelous adventure.
Κάτι έχει κάπου εδώ.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
Α, εδώ είναι που ο Sirius Black ήταν και τον ελευθέρωσε ο Χάρη με τον Ιππόγρυπα.
And a historian's uniform. It was brilliant.
Rumor is, Professor Hecat used to work.
If I could have a moment...
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way. And I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time. Even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
She was just good at casting a spell. No wonder I've never heard of her.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said the single greatest Depulso master of all time. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
Το έχω κάνει αυτό, το έχω κάνει. Πήγα εκεί νομίζω.
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild grafthorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while. Just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make my flop.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
Why is it that whenever I hear from
Όχι, δεν το έχω βρει.
This must be the entrance to the Hall of Herodiana.
Α, είναι dungeon.
Revelio. Now to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was.
Τι κάνει αυτό?
I see.
Oh.
The switch reset everything.
Τρόμαξα. Αυτό γιατί είναι εδώ? Α, έχει κάτι εκεί πέρα.
That chest looks interesting. That wasn't too hard. Wonder what's next. Revelio.
Εύκολο ήταν μέχρι στιγμής.
I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Just one left.
Δεν έρχεται προς τα εδώ. Βασικά πρέπει να σπρώξω αυτό απέναντι. Πάω εκεί να το σπρώξω από αυτή τη μεριά. Το τραβήξω. Να το τραβήξω προς τα εδώ. Να το τραβήξω προς τα εδώ. Και να το σπρώξω προς τα εκεί. Νόμιζα ότι θα πέφτω στο κενό. Τώρα να χτυπήσω αυτή τη βλακεία. Έχει μπορώ κι αλλιώς. Και τώρα, που χτυπάω.
That's the last of them. Seems over. And this must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble. It is remarkable. No wonder Sophronia wants to see this.
Τι θέλει να δει μωρέ άλλη, σιγά το πράγμα. Δεν είδα και τι ρούχα πήρα. Και να το πήρα αυτό. Θα κάτσω με αυτά μέχρι να αλλάξω ρούχα. Εν μεταξύ νομίζω κάπως βάζεις και βγάζεις την κουκούλα, αλλά δεν με απασχολεί και πολύ.
All of my siblings have gone on to work.
Sophronia, I solved all the puzzles in the Hall of Herodiana.
Incredible! Then you found Herodiana's outfit. May I see it?
Δεν το βλέπεις? No, you have found it yourself. You should have... Όχι, έπρεπε να το βρεις μόνη σου, λέει εδώ. Ναι, για ένα ποσό. Και ναι.
Of course. Behold.
Oh, how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself, the greatest Depulso master of all time. You're my second favorite hero.
Αχ, με είπε ήρωα. Πού να της έλεγα να το βρεις μόνη σου, θα με έβριζε.
I adore playing wizard chess with my siblings. A bit violent, but Father says it's a good way to get out our frustrations.
Meet Sebastian in Feldcroft. Έχω ξαναπάει εδώ πέρα.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Revelio.
If it thinks it's got half a class.
Έχω τίποτα καλύτερο να φορέσω. Αυτό και αυτό μπορεί να είναι καλύτερα. Αλλά πρέπει να πάω στο σπίτι για να τα δω. Βασικά όχι στο σπίτι, στο room of requirement, οπότε ας πάω. Ένα ήταν καλύτερο από το που φοράω τώρα.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Is the knee reversal
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How can I help you?
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? Now, if you like what you bought, be sure to come in and see me again. Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Aloha Mora. What do we have here?
A demiguise. Αλλά πρέπει να είναι βράδυ.
Mine now, demiguise.
Όχ. Τι κάνεις στο σπίτι σου εσύ?
Revelio. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Τα βρήκα όλο αυτό το μέρος. Infamous Foes 1/2 Collection Chests. Α, το λέει αλλιώς εδώ. 1, 4, 2, ωραία, τα βρήκα αυτά. Οπότε κάθε περιοχή τέτοια, κάθε σπιτάκι έχει τα δικά του. Hello, Sebastian.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier.
I've always said...
With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Hey. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
Εντάξει, προσπάθεια είναι.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never! I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Ένα goblin
Just need a moment
την καταράστηκε.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Speak with Anne and
That boy
Solomon.
will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
Revelio.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Θα βγάλω αυτή τη μάσκα, δεν μου αρέσει. Έτσι είμαι χειρότερη. Αυτή είναι πιο ωραία. Legendary Mask. Να έχει τα γυαλιά από εκείνον. Δεν ξέρω πώς το λένε, δεν θυμάμαι. Legendary Gloves. Δεν έχει Legendary Hat. Ούτε εδώ. Legendary Cape. Μ' αρέσει αυτή. Φαίνονταν σαν να έχω δύο κουκούλες. Α, όχι, απλά είναι λίγο μεγάλη.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
Δεν μ' αρέσει έτσι.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Το ίδιο είπα και οι δύο. She's trying to do what's right. Ναι. Ναι.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
Revelio.
Μισό να πάρω να σε δω και το είδα εδώ πίσω πριν.
More than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Άρα λίγο να
All the
χάσω.
debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Revelio.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book.
Expelliarmus!
Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get it. Who do you think you are?
Fringo! Arresto momentum. Flipendo. Descendo. Protego. Stupid. Glacius. Findo.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Expelliarmus.
You are postponing the inevitable.
No, that's
Expelliarmus. Glacius. Defendo.
Release!
All of Ranrock's loyalists.
You've made your last mistake. Seems your heart isn't in this at all.
Confringo.
Such arrogance.
Incendio.
Is that it?
Δεν χάνει αυτό ζωή. Α, έχει...
Rather unwise coming back this way. How nice of you to stop by. Let's get this over with.
Protego. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Confringo.
One less human to worry about.
One less human to worry about, γιατί...
Such arrogance.
Arresto momentum. Descendo. Protego. Flipendo.
Moon calf, far from home. To be defeated by a vegetable.
Arresto momentum.
Vegetables in combat. I've been fighting since before you were born. Was that your best?
Defendo. Expelliarmus.
I refuse to be defeated by a vegetable.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Αυτό σφήνωσε. Ο πρώτος που εμφανίστηκε που ήταν κόκκινος, η πλειονοπλία του ήταν κόκκινη. Μετά σαν του Ranrock.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Blinding blast. They were trying to hide something. They'll kill for no reason.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Revelio.
I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists. Revelio. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Να ήταν εκείνη η ανάμνηση πρώτη ή δεύτερη.
This well looks familiar. Revelio.
Είδαμε για πρώτη φορά τον... δεν θυμάμαι ονόματα.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Confringo. Revelio.
Πατόκλη.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, And this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. It tells me they're after something bigger.
Πότε κατέβηκε κάτω αυτός?
Revelio. Lumos.
Isidora Morgana.
Seems these journal entries are from Isidora's travels. A journal entry of Isidora's. I should hold on to this.
Όλα εδώ πέρα.
Revelio. Lumos.
Έλα, τι άλλο έχεις εδώ μέσα?
Incendio. Confringo. Lumos. Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Undercroft είναι το μέρος που μου έριξε ο Σεμπάστιαν.
Nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Έλα, Σεμπάστιαν, πάμε. Νόμιζα θα δείχνει κανένα βιντεάκι που πιανόταν μαζί και περνούσαν.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch.
Revelio.
Till then.
Accio.
Attend astronomy class. Αυτό είναι. Α, ξέρω ποιο είναι. Αυτή η βλακεία που τραβάς τις μπάλες και προσπαθείς να ρίξεις τον άλλο κάτω, να κάνεις περισσότερους πόντους.
Hello, Samantha. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
Summoner's Court.
I'm actually rather good at it. Used to play all the time with my brother until... Never mind. Shall we begin?
Ναι.
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Then let's get summoning.
Παίξε πρώτη.
Accio!
Ωχ, έχει αυτές τις βλακίες κάτω.
Yes!
Accio.
How am I to top that? Accio!
Όχι στα 50.
Yes!
Παίρνα. Μπράβο.
That was sensational! Accio!
Μπράβο, τέλεια.
What was I thinking?
Accio.
Oh my. That settles it, then. After your poor show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
Δεν θυμάμαι αν έχω κερδίσει την Άτη στην αρχή ή όχι. You played well, you underestimated me.
More like you underestimated me. That was your mistake.
Fair enough. But a little sporting spirit wouldn't hurt you. I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy opponent. Best of luck.
Δεν μπορώ να προσγειωθώ έτσι. Βλακία. Έλα ρε, δεν μπορούσα.
Revelio. Revelio.
Αυτό ήθελα να κάνω.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Uncle Roland sent his best. He often asks after you and his owls. And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Εγώ δεν έχω τηλεσκόπιο. Νομίζω.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Κάνει τώρα, δεν βλέπω τίποτα. Πάνω κάτω πάω, δεν κάνει τίποτα.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands, from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello again. Brilliant class, wasn't it? I prefer astronomy over potions, don't you? Of course, we Ravenclaws tend to do well in any class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
I can't do that, Amit. You might need it.
No, really, you can. And I won't. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be wasted.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar. The other is mere lunacy.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
The
Revelio.
Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
All right, I suppose I can go with you. I hope it's worth it.
It will be. Trust me, I have read practically everything there is to read about this. It should be brilliant. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Lumos! Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards.
Άντε, προχώρα.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you...
Revelio, if you're sure. Lumos.
Lumos! A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course.
Revelio.
It's just not as...
Lumos.
as I expected.
Oh.
Revelio.
Δεν έκανε τον ήχο.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio.
More cobwebs. You don't think those spiders might be lurking about?
Lumos.
Lumos!
Oh no. Not this close to school, I mean.
Look, there's the table.
Revelio.
I think you should do the honors. Go on. The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
Βλέπω κάτι. Α, έχει zoom εδώ.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Νομίζω ότι είπε ότι και αυτός μιλάει gobbledygook.
Revelio.
What an excellent room. Never do.
Revelio.
Revelio. Alohomora. Levioso. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Incendio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Πού είναι αυτό?
Lumos. Alohomora. Revelio. Lumos.
Είναι σε κάτι σκαλιά. Δεν βοηθάει. Α, δεν είναι τα σκαλιά. Άρα είναι κάπου εδώ.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Είναι από κάτω.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
Που έχει πόρτα εδώ πέρα.
Revelio.
Anything to do with the dark arts should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I understand. You needn't tell me if you don't want to.
If I were you, I'd be begging for more details.
It's not that I'm not interested. And you can certainly trust me if you want to tell me anything.
Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse. Also known as the torture curse. Inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, So the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the Scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Okay, Sebastian.
Revelio.
Midnight after dark. Near Alberton Castle. Ξέρω ποιο είναι αυτό.
Revelio. Alohomora.
This looks intriguing.
Τι φως είναι αυτό που έχει. Σε αυτό με τον ανεμοστρόφυλλο πρέπει απλά να τον ακολουθείς. Τη μέρα νύχτα γιατί δεν έβλεπα.
Revelio. Revelio.
So we're all me lads in Rookwood Tom's glad. Ah, but first made it really cool.
Accio. Depulso.
I dream of making a better world for me.
Focus Totalis.
I did always like a polite.
Accio. Incendio. Lumos.
I reckon I can see myself getting away from here and not taking a one of you with me.
Revelio.
Πόσα follow the butterflies υπάρχουν?
Revelio.
My mother used to always say, a clear head makes way for a clear path. I know what your path is. You've never seen a clear time.
Petrificus Totalis. Lumos.
Α, και άλλες είναι εδώ πάνω. Προσγειώσου.
Lumos. Accio! Repulsor!
Tiger!
Glacius! Defender! It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Lumos. Revelio. These rocks have seen better days. Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned. Accio! Repulsor!
Clumsy little fool! You haven't got a prayer!
Accio! Repulsor!
Careful not to get bit.
Ποιος μαλώνει οι άλλοι? Επίπεδο 3.
Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Αυτό είναι το τραφίλ, θα τον έχω κάνει ρε, γιατί μου το βγάζει συνέχεια.
Revelio.
Οκ, μάλλον δεν το έχω κάνει. Μάλλον είναι διαφορετικό αυτό που έκανα πιο πριν.
Revelio. should investigate.
Alohomora.
Revelio.
Πάω προς τα εδώ. Και πώς θα το κάνω αυτό?
Revelio.
Ίσως γίνεται μετά. Ένατη.
Psst, over here. Quietly. I'm glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Can't we just bypass Officer Singer and go directly to the ministry?
Do you think they will listen to a student? Only Officer Singer can start an investigation. The ministry will come in later.
You seem to be very determined in stopping Rookwood and Harlow. Why?
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can get if they are not stopped. It's a long story, one I promise to share when we have more time. For now, let's do what we came to do.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. I wonder what that does. Thomson. That did it. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Από εδώ το θέλω.
Revelio. I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty. Revelio. Dead end. Must be another way. Wingardium Leviosa. That looks as if it might raise the gate.
Μπήκε. Α. Ξέρω, δεν ήξερα να μπει μέσα. Έπρεπε να βάλω αυτό.
This way. I will get the door.
Αλόχο μόρα.
Revelio.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hallow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Α, τέλεια. Έλα, μην το πειράζετε.
Do you know that hippogriff? Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blasted! There's got to be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
Να πετάξω μπορώ, δεν μπορώ.
I hope Natty stays out of trouble.
Nothing about you now, sure, except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me.
Revelio. Accio.
Where did I set my trap?
Repulsor.
Δεν περνάω από εδώ.
Wingardium Leviosa. Not the safest place to sneak into. Petrificus Totalis. Revelio.
Εδώ κάτω είναι αυτό. Από πού ανέβηκα? Εδώ ανέβηκα.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. I hope Natty's having an easier time of it. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Α, σε περίπτωση που δεν είχα το λόγο μόνο μπορούσα να έρθω από εδώ.
You're going home in a wooden box!
Να έριξα κάτω.
Burning sensation.
Άι. Μήπως ήταν για κάτι άλλο το... αυτό εδώ. Όχι, ήταν για κάτι άλλο, ήταν για το σεντούκιο.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Oh no, Deke was right. We need to save you from these barbarians. Revelio.
Το γράμμα τι έλεγε? Έλεγε πόσο είναι εδώ πέρα. Ο εκκόσιος κλέπ είναι. Η οχή υποκρύφης. Ένα τρέσερ. Πού είναι όλα αυτά? Δεν μπορείς να τα σώσω όλα. Δεν πρέπει να χωράει η τσάντα.
Revelio. Revelio. Highway. It's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, Homora.
Hurry.
Αβάντα και τάβρα λέει όλες. Ωραία πετάει, αλλά νομίζω σκοπάει πιο γρήγορα.
There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
Λάτι, πώς φύγει πάνω στον άλλο?
Past the high wing.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Harlow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Harlow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Harlow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Έχει υπογραφεί θα πας. Α, και εγώ θα κρατήσω αυτόν. Τσέπο. Κάλικο. Τι είναι αυτά.
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Harlow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Harlow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
Μπορώ να πάρω μαύρο, το Highwing. Αυτό είναι το άλλο που ήταν εκεί. Και αυτό που δεν μ' αρέσει, είναι σαν ένα λογάκι σκελετωμένο, κρίμα.
When you have a moment, please stop by the room of requirement. Tells me he has something to share.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map
Spytaj.
chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
Time to go a little quicker. No need to race now, my friend.
Το άλλο πώς πάει. Όπα.
Ah, there you are.
Ναι, το καημένο είναι μικρούλι. Δεν πετάει, δεν
Slow
πετάει.
down now. There we go.
Πέτα.
What say we pick up the pace a bit?
Δεν πετάει ρε. Σταυρό τι θα κάνεις. Έλα, κρίμα το καημένο, δεν πετάει καν.
Here we go. No need to race now, my friend.
Flying, λέει, flying mount. Τέλος πάντων. Θα το κλείσω σε λίγο. Κάτσε Ντίκ, πριν μου πιάσει την κουβέντα να αφήσω. Α, δεν μπορώ να αφήσω. Ή μπορώ να αφήσω. Μπορώ να αφήσω. Θα τα πουλήσω. Α, έχω 4 διαφορετικά είδη.
I pressed Ominous regarding Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Χάζερ, κοίτα πως κάθεται.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment. Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Πες.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that. Deke has had a thought. He... Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave. And Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
Έλα, θα δεν είναι κακό.
I understand. Leave it to me, Deke.
I'll find Tobbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
Άμα είναι σε σπηλιά με αράχνες, πολύ φοβάμαι ότι δεν θα ζει. Λοιπόν...
Everything's all right now. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Αυτό ήταν το βίντεο για σήμερα. Θα λέμε στο επόμενο.